But then one of the things I did is I started making drawings of jobs. Even when I worked for the feedlot construction company, started just making drawings for jobs and showing people. In other words, you've got to try to do something to move yourself out of just tying rebar. Oh, God, I've seen bridge construction. I see people in there tying rebar. I've done that job, but I wouldn't want to do that for the rest of my life. See, that's where I could see the door. You see, and my writing really helped me.
I was wondering if you had any advice for those who are neurodivergent who struggle with credibility. For instance, they might have all the qualifications you could ever want in life, but then when it comes to impressing people, say in the interview stage, that's where they may fall short.
I want to try to avoid conventional interviews. I have to show my portfolio to the plant manager, not the HR department, to the people that will appreciate the engineering department. I always sent my stuff to the people that would appreciate. I never sent anything to HR. I kind of totally avoided that. Another thing I want to talk about, this very dangerous situation for an autistic person, is changing bosses.
Okay.
I almost lost my job at the Farmer Ranchman magazine. The magazine got sold. We got a new boss named Jim, and I didn't recognize the warning signs that Jim thought it was weird and he was going to get rid of me. But Susie, who did the advertising layouts, I think she was autistic. She said, we got to get together a big scrapbook of all your articles to show to Jim. So Jim doesn't fire you. And I got together a big, thick scrapbook like that, and Jim gave me a raise. But changing bosses. Another sad case was a guy that worked for years in a little workshop at one of the big plants, and the company got sold. You print out your evaluations, let's say designs. I heard a sad story of a lady who got fired from an automotive design job, and all her stuff was on some ancient disc you can't play back. It's paper. And you print it out and you keep it in a very safe place at home, because you might need that to get your next job. Always protect your portfolio.
That's really, really great advice. And when friends, with kind of along the lines of the portfolio, when people are looking for these jobs, sorry, my mind just went blank.
Are you employed right now in neuroscience research?
Well, I support individuals with autism find employment, but I just finished my master's in neuroscience, but struggling because I just see so many people who are really qualified, amazing minds, but aren't able to kind of break through that. Like,
well, one of the things I'm realizing, and I'll be 77 this summer, and I didn't realize how important writing was. And writing in both the scientific journals and in trade magazines, cattle and pork and other, meat trade magazines, how important that was for my career. It's almost like I didn't realize that until maybe 10 years ago. I was in my 60s. I realized just how important writing was. So, and how important that scene where I got the card was.
Yeah.
I for a long time I didn't put just how important that was.